So van installation for a camper van conversion build. We are showing you all the products that we've used and the step-by-step process, DIY friendly, no expert required, so that you can do it as well. And if you have done it before, is it a similar process or how do you do it? Happy New Year everyone! It snowed in London and it's extremely cold here, but we hope that you have a terrific 2025.
We've got our box of rubber gloves that will help our hands. It is a bit cold. I'll show you Jenny cleaning the ceiling, and you can see the icicles coming off the ceiling. It's quite cold here, so it's 2 degrees at the moment, and I know this isn't going to help with the coldness, these gloves, but what these will help with is getting the hands so filthy dirty. We have got another box of sound deadening. I have got some vapor barrier. We're going to put the vapor barrier on last. We've got some cable. So we've got some twin and half. This is 2.5mm cable. It's Arctic cable, so it is basically for the sockets, for plug sockets. We haven't planned exactly where we want the plug sockets, but we'll most likely plan that at some point. This is the other insulation we've got. It's thermal insulation. We've also got this roll insulation, which is recycled plastic that goes on top of the thermal before the vapor barrier.
To summarize, the first thing is the sound deadening, then you have the thermal lining, next the recycled plastic glued on with spray glue, lastly the vapor barrier and aluminium tape.
Exactly what I'm doing at the moment is basically I'm taking these panels off this door and we're going to insulate behind them. That's that. Thank you, Jenny. We've also got to take this panel off this side door. There'll be a window going in the side door anyway. So, and we've also got to insulate down the bottom of here. Also there's cables. There was a cable plastics running along the top here. We've removed the cable plastics, so that's ready for insulation as well. A lot of questions have been asked in the past about what to do with these cables and what to do with this. This is just a good channel to run cable. What you do is you insulate up to here, and then obviously you board around and you tuck your cables right in as far as you can there, and then basically just leave a gap on your work just at the sides there on each side of the cable, so it tidies it up, but you've got plenty of cable to run still anyway. So Jenny, how are you? ¿Cómo estás?
I can't really move my jacket.
You can't move your jacket?
No.
Oh.
Do you remember?
Oh.
That's what I'm still.
Tell the viewers about that.
Yeah, we've realised that this jacket is not the best filming jacket because of this. Every time that I move, you have that sound in the background, so I'm going to stay very still, so otherwise you'll start hearing this. I'm good, it's very cold, so we've got a lot of layers.
We are concerned a little bit though about this gap here, so we have got to adjust the side door, and we've got to get a new rubber because the side door was getting caught on the rubber, and obviously the rubber will need replacing all the way around. So, and then the door adjusted, and that should solve that problem.
Then we had to ensure that all the roof was clean and dry so that the dodo would stay and it would stick to the roof. Woo! How did that feel?
I want to show you what scissors I'm using. These are Harris wallpaper scissors. We can recommend them because basically for the sound deadening, they're great. They just cut through like a knife through butter. So Harris wallpaper scissors. They will also cut through the insulation, the thermal lining. We've got our strips of thermal lining here. One side is silver and the other side is black with white lines in. The silver side will stick down towards you, and the foam bit sticks up. So what happens is you can peel this here. There's a plastic line in here. You can peel some people find this very satisfying.
Aaron, we're talking about you.
So on here we have little white lines here, and this is 500mm from the edge, and find what line is the closest. Obviously it's not a perfect exact science if you cut the best you can, and then try and follow the line on the way down.
Dan.
So we've got two. We've got 1, 2, and how many panels we've got? We count the big panels, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 in a long wheelbase Sprinter. So we'll need 7 of these 500 by metre, and obviously any offcuts will go at the sides.
So we decided to finish the sound deadening and the thermal lining on the roof.
Jenny, can you tell me what you're doing? How are you feeling? Are you tired? Are you
Very tired. I want to go inside and have a nice
cup of tea?
chocolate. So we've done all of the roof, as you can see, and we just have to do the rest of the sides.
Yeah, the firming insulation. So what we have done today, we've finished the sound deadening on the back doors, the side door. We've taken the ply off the back doors, the side door. We've also put thermal insulation on the roof.
And we'll continue tomorrow with the sides and the wheel arches. New day, new us. A bit refreshed from yesterday. It was a lot of hard work, moving stuff, moving things about, because we still have some stuff in the van, so try to clear it as much as possible. And today we're back on it. What am I doing today?
We are vaping. Look, we've got some Gorilla tape.
What's it
We've got
called?
some Gorilla aluminium tape, and it's for sealing these insulation, sealing this
So after the thermal bit,
thermal bit, that's
Yeah.
right. So what we're
Tape
doing
it
is
up.
we're putting that there over the joins. Yeah?
Oh, I see. Oh, cool.
And then we're going to tape all the way down there and all the way down there, so it seals all the way around the outside and on the joints.
Lovely.
Yeah?
That's a lovely job for myself.
Yes, that's right. It'd be nice and easy. It's just rip. You don't need to cut. You can rip. Look, just rip easy.
Sweet.
Yeah? So nice and easy, Jenny. So what we'll do is we'll take this, go from one end to the other to measure, and then we'll rip like that and peel some, which is hard with these rubber gloves on, but I highly recommend the rubber gloves because it's quite a dirty job. Not this, but most of the jobs that we've done on the van is quite dirty, isn't it? Has been.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. We've done a lot of cleaning already, so.
Yeah. So yeah, basically just putting that there in the corners.
What I'm doing as well is cleaning around where the tape is going to go, because if there is water, as you can tell, there is, I don't know if you can see it, but it comes out very wet. So the tape won't stick if we don't wipe the areas around where the thermal.
Well, plus we don't want moisture underneath either, do we?
Exactly.
But I mean, there'll be some moisture getting underneath, but we want to try and stop as much as we can to protect the internal of the van. Hopefully we don't have any leaks, because we'll have to redo it again, but it is what it is, I guess.
What, we're going to have to redo the whole thing?
Not the whole thing, the area where the leak will be.
I see.
That's why it's good to divide the areas, isn't it, into sections. So we've got, with a long wheelbase van, we've got, I think it's 9 sections, isn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections we've got. Some bigger than others, some smaller than others, but yeah, this little wire here this you can't really see on camera, I don't know, but this little wires for these internal lights that are we use because we're doing the van conversion in the winter at the moment.
Why on earth did we decide this? I don't know. It would have been so much easier to do it in the summer or in the spring at least.
The point I'm getting at is basically we need them little lights so we can work in the dark, and it gets dark by like 3:30. So, so that's why we need them little lights. Otherwise, I would just go snip, and then we would do the normal lights. What we're going to do for the camper van. But for now, they'll stay. So these wires, unfortunately, will just stay in the way. Could tie them up, I guess, but obviously we can't tie them up because we're putting this aluminium tape. So I will tie them up on here in the next couple of hours, I imagine.
Oh, I've done this.
But we have these little black clips that are here that are clipped onto the bodywork here for these wires. I've just pulled them off with some grips. So basically cable management. So yeah, so that's that. We have got a lot of other wires around the van, like these up here and such. But we're just trying to keep them out of the way while we're insulating, and obviously we'll do cable management later. We've just finished the ceiling. We've done all well, we haven't finished the ceiling. We've finished the taping of the ceiling around the long bits and the joins, basically. We've still got to do, you know, down here. Yeah, the sides here, but yeah, so we'll make sure they're all pressed down properly. So yeah, show the ceiling, show it done.
So yeah, we just left that bit here, but that's because this needs to come out. The bulkhead needs to come out. It was pretty easy but time consuming with cleaning and the 2 layers we've had to do so far.
Now we're moving to insulate the back doors. Find the line in the paper. The line on the back there. It's basically in between that line. So we're going to cut all the way down. We're cutting this in half because there's 2 doors, roughly in half. Miles off, but it doesn't matter. And then we peel the back off. Trusty spray adhesive, so Trim Fix adhesive. This is from Amazon. We've got our trusty Trim Fix adhesive. So we've got plenty of cans of this. Okay. We've got this, our vapor barrier. Pre-cut already, so I'm going to try and do this with 2 hands here. Jenny's going to peel this for me. You find that satisfying, don't you? I know people are going to be saying, why don't you do the whole door? But we are having windows in this area here. So we're doing that section and that section. What Jenny can show you, we've done the other side already.
Yes, we've done this side here. So that's nice and ready.
It's an easy job to do. Anyone can do it, obviously without mobility issues. But it does take time. It's time consuming. Yeah, and I mean the insulating, by the way. I don't mean the whole camper van build. I don't know. There's certain people that might not take on a project this fast.
Yeah, but you might want to do some and then outsource the rest, right?
Yeah, I mean you can do that. Yeah, that's right. That's what some people do. Some people have skills in joinery or electrics or something and outsource the rest.
Or you can't be asked to. Well, no, you cannot be asked. You might not have the space, you know. So because we only have this much left, this one roll, and we're only going to use this one roll for the van. We do have a budget that we need to stick to, so Ryan's just calculating what we need, how we need to basically use it evenly, so that is we've got enough for the van. So
if we put the panels a little bit shorter or something like that, I'm trying to work out exactly, but based on what we've got left, which is 5.2 meters, it's 1 meter high, and then I've split that into 3, so this is 1 meter by 2.2, so we've got 2.2 twice, and that's 4.4, and then we're going to have 800 left, and that'll do this. So 800 by a meter will do the middle bits.
Yeah, and we're talking about the thermal lining, that we only have this left.
So to tell you how I worked it out, so this is basically a cutting plan, and we've got 5.2 meters left of this by a meter. So I've split that into 3 pieces, right? 2 pieces at 2.2 long, so we'll cut this at 2.2 by a meter, and then this is the cutting plan for the 2.2 by a meter. Trying to get all the panels out, so one panel is 300 by 100, which is this small panel here, right? So what I've done is I've listed them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and all the way to V, and that will cover this whole wall. So if you look closely here, you'll see we've got A, which is 100 by 300, B, which is 350 by 300, C, which is 150. So breaking it down, and then if I have to make any of the panels slightly smaller, in order to not buy another roll, which is £130 each, that's what I'm going to do. So that's how you work out a cutting plan. What you doing, Jenny?
Trying to measure.
Could you close the door a bit, and that way we can see what you're measuring? That would be great, thank you. That's it.
Alright, so can you just tell me, I'm measuring from here to here, right?
Yeah.
From here to there.
Yeah.
And then how
Well guys, why did you want to go?
do it? Okay, but there is a thing here. So we're gonna just do
go
it
to
separately
that bit
here.
where you can push it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all the way as far as you can go that way, or whatever, however far you want to go. Wait, Jenny, is that thing there?
Yeah.
Can you get underneath? Yeah, you can. Right, so just move that out and do it underneath it. That's it.
Okay.
So just
So about 16, about 15, about 15, 65, 16 by 55. So this is part 1, and part 2 will be released as soon as we finish the installation.
Watch out for part 2, where we do a breakdown of costs to insulate the van and finish the installation.
And that's the end of part 1.